Hey guys, how's it going? I just wanted to do a really quick check-in for the week, let you know where I am in my transformation, and check in where you are. We're down to the last few weeks at this point. Well, maybe a bit more than that, but it's coming right around the corner, and I guess now is the time to really, buckle down and make sure that you're on track and that you're doing something you can do consistently, when the program's over, when the 12 weeks are up you can still continue using these healthy habits that you've learned. Well, my training itself is going well, changing it up. I did a day of the Y3T trainer with one of my coworkers today, a leg day. So many reps, all these, leg curls that leave your legs basically like jello, and then you go do squats. So, was difficult saying it lightly, but super fun. We motivate each other, pushed each other, and cheered each other on when we wanted to give up, and stuck to like 5-second breaks and forged on, and it was great. It was fun training with someone again, and I definitely think changing things up from time to time in your training program can be helpful. So I enjoyed that today. My main thing that I'm still focusing on is nutrition. I am doing the counting my macros using my Fitness Pal, which is still fairly new to me. And one thing I really discovered is that you need to make the most of your macros. And I use a lot of fat cooking, and it's fine. It's coconut oil, it's healthy, it's good for you, it's healthy fat, but it's still counting towards my 50 grams a day. And so I need to be more mindful, I realize. Instead of using a tablespoon now, I use half a tablespoon. A lot of the fake meat I cook doesn't have any natural fat in it, like chicken or beef would. So I need that extra fat just to make it moist and not bone dry. But at the same time, I don't want to waste all my calories on like cooking oils and stuff. So I'd much rather eat them. I love cheese, so that's still a struggle for sure. But instead of having like a block of full fat cheddar, which I rarely did anyway, but I'm definitely more mindful of that. And so I've been using like Laughing Cow cheeses that are spreadable, easy to use on rice crackers or like whole grain bread. I've been doing some Parmesan cheese, just a few tablespoons, measuring it out, realizing what a tablespoon actually is, and yeah, just playing around with things that way. I can still fit in a lot of things that I love. I still have carob chips, and I still have peanut butter, of course, and things like that. So it's just more being conscientious of what I'm eating and what the amounts actually are that I'm putting on my plate, and not, lying to myself and saying, well, clearly that's just like roughly a tablespoon, because then it's always like 3 tablespoons, and I just tell myself it's one. So I think even if I don't continue later on logging all of my macros every single day, I think that knowing what, a tablespoon of peanut butter has in it and what a tablespoon looks like is very helpful, and something I'll definitely take with me later on. So I wanted to show you a few examples of some meals that I like to make now that fit my macros and that I can fit easily into my daily plans, especially on my higher carb days. Here they are. Here's a look. This is one of my favorite dessert meal replacements. It's starting to look like soft serve now, but it's basically an ice cream type dessert. So it contains 1 medium banana, 2 tablespoons of non-fat milk, a tablespoon of peanut butter, I use Adams brand, 2 tablespoons of fat-free half and half, 6 grams of PB2. I used the chocolate one for this. I thought it would pair well with the bananas and the raspberries, and then the 50 grams of raspberry. So it comes out to 308 calories, 45 grams of carbs, 10 grams of fat, and 11 grams of protein. So it has a decent amount of protein for dessert, and it's not too carb heavy. I compared that to like a Ben & Jerry's half baked, and about the same amount, which is like roughly a cup here, before it was super melted, is about 540 calories, 66 grams of carbs, 28 grams of fat, and 8 grams of protein. So this one's a bit better. Let's see. So this one's pretty interesting. It's like underneath our noodles and pasta sauce and fake meat and Parmesan on top that you can see. So it's sort of like a faux spaghetti. And the reason it is faux is because I used shirataki noodles, or they also sell miracle noodles, and they're basically made of yam flour. So they don't have any calories or carbs or anything in them. So it's just more of a filler. It doesn't have the exact texture of noodles, but it's filling enough, and I like it in the meat because it adds more to the dish itself. And that comes out to, so I added, you can use real meat, a cup. I used a cup of fake grounds. The noodles, I used 3 ounces, but you can use the whole pack if you wanted. There's, no caloric intake really with that. A 1/4 cup of tomato sauce and a tablespoon of Parmesan cheese. So that came out to a little over 200 calories, 14 grams of carbs, 7 grams of fat, and 23 grams of protein. And my last one that I like as sort of another indulgent breakfast dish is this Greek yogurt, and then I just get plain instead of the sugary kind. And to spice it up, I sort of added some berries, and you can see on this side a tablespoon of carob chips. So that came out to a cup of Greek yogurt, the carob, and 50 grams of blackberries. It's 187 calories and 19 grams of carbs, 2 grams of fat, and 25 grams of protein. So it's pretty much the perfect amount of protein for a meal. And then I'll usually have had a shake around that time, an hour before or so. So this is just a nice sort of sweet extra, something kind of with my coffee in the morning. So what are your favorite healthy meals? Things that you might have, tweaked to make not so much a cheat meal and more an everyday thing? I'd love to hear in the comments below. And let's see. Let's finish the week out. Let's do awesome. The end is right around the corner. And I know that you guys stuck with it this far. You're going to totally crush it. All right. See you next week.